Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, where everybody in the comments, the audience here, run this show. So get your sporting questions in, people. Any sport, past or present, get your questions in, and myself and the rest of the panelists will answer any questions you have. So it can be football, it can be basketball, it can be boxing, it may be UFC. NFL, whatever you want to ask about, get your questions in. Like I start each and every live stream on the channel, whether it's here on the YouTube or the Twitch. Big up to everyone who's supporting. Large up everyone who continues to support. Geez, we're almost at 20 likes already. So big up you lot on it from the jump. So let's get up to 30 likes, people. Let's get that up to 30 likes. Please share this across the socials as well. And on top of those two things, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell when you do so. It is road to 6K, people. It is road to 6K. How many subscribers? We're at 5,780. We're looking for 5 new subscribers, people. Only 5,785. 5,785. So only 5 subscribers we are looking for. Apologies on the lateness. I was on Troops' podcast, so that's why I am late here. Big up to Troops, big up Zah, big up Lewis, who was on there as well. That'll probably be out some point tomorrow, so that's why we're late. Obviously late if you're in the UK, but it might be a better time if you're in another time zone. I see you lot in the chat. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to your questions and everything like that. Don't forget, link for the membership is in the pinned comment. And members, if you are a member of the channel, on Q&As, your question takes priority like a super chat. So if you see me going to the same names, I'm not ignoring you, people. It's just that if you are a member, that is one of the perks. So I have to go to members first. And of course, if you super chat, I'll get straight to it as well. Big up Taza in the cut. Yes, Taza, what are you saying?
What up, man? How we doing?
I'm blessed. You all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We all good on this side, man.
Yeah, man. Love that. Love that. As you can see from the title, people, as well, today's football, well, yesterday's technically now, Manchester United 3-1 winners versus Fulham in the FA Cup, and Arsenal smashed Crystal Palace to stay to extend their lead at the top of the Premier League to 8 points, even though they have played a game more as well. Big up to Paul, who says, "Hi, Flawless, can you name a player who is relatively unknown that will go on to become a big hit in your opinion?" Mine is Van Axel, uh, from Ajax, who could become a free agent, hoping he signs for United. I've never even heard of the player you mentioned, but in terms of a player that's relatively unknown, nobody stands out. But I don't be watching that much football anymore, like that, to know unknown players. I used to, like when I was younger, I'd watch like football all over, but like now, I don't really be watching too much football outside the Premier League, outside the Champions League, to be honest. So you lot, let me know. And people like Murtaza and other people on the channel will inform yourself.
Hmm.
What you saying? No,
One person I'll say
go
is it's it's not unknown. He's
on.
decently known, but what actually come around to signing is Marcus Thuram from
Mm,
Borussia Mönchengladbach. He's a
mhm.
free agent in the summer, and he plays as a striker. So
Yeah.
someone like that to have as a backup, he's only 25 years old.
Mhm.
Like I'll take that. He as a backup to have a guy like that
Yeah.
on a free agent signing. I think that could be a great option for us. And he fits the mold of what Ten Hag likes. It's these P ballers up top. So
Yeah. First. Not first. But yeah, Paul, I hope I answered your question. Big up to United for Life, says big up Flawless. Big up Marcel says bless up Flawless and the gang. Smash the likes up on entry. Pay the toll, people. Yeah, man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. You are on it with the likes. We're only too short of 30. Let's get up to 30. Let's get up to 40 likes. Let's get up to 40 likes and share this across the socials. We're trying to get over 50 people in here as well. Man says big up Flawless. Arvin says, who is your tennis coach? Personally, mine, Roger Federer. Because when I was watching like tennis, because I don't watch tennis anymore like that. But when I was watching tennis, he was the guy. He was the guy who was winning 3 out of 4 Grand Slams. So for me, it's Roger Federer. But that's just bias of when I was watching it at that time. I don't know, Taz, you a tennis head?
yeah, yes and no. I would say Federer as well.
Mm,
My personal favorite was Nadal, but I
yes.
think Federer is better.
Nah, first, 100% first. Of course, members, this is your time to get any questions in because we'll go to you. But if I see good questions from non-members, I will start them and get to them as well. Big up the man that never stops working. Big up to you, Peter G, man, because you always here supporting. So large up. Dominic says, anyone watch the El Clasico today? I did not watch it. Did you? I didn't watch it. What was the final score, people? Let us know. TJ's a joker. Man says, big up Flawless burning that late night oil. I'm here working, man. Here working. But big up to you, TJ. Flawless Maguire was doing my head in the time he slows our attack down. He did slow our attack down at times, but players got to show for the ball. I'm not going to put all the criticism on Maguire because if he just kicks the ball long and the opposition gets it, we're going to boo. There should be 2 or 3 short options and there should be 2 or 3 runners. Don't know Maguire has zero blame, but I'm not gonna criticize Maguire for that. And also today, he wasn't tough to beat, but I thought he was one of our better players.
The thing with him is the fact that there's not players, but although he's always trying to look vertical, which is I guess the right thing, but then he waits too long and it becomes too predictable. If there's no option, just move it side to side until something opens up. That's what the crowd were getting onto him. And like if the Old Trafford crowd is getting onto him, something's up. Even they've had enough of this guy.
Nah, they are, because we have. But like I say today, I understand that part, but I don't think he should not be the first person receiving criticism. There's so many other players in front of him. But like I said on Saeed's channel, people are gonna get onto Maguire and what did I say? I mentioned Veghorst rather than get onto their favorites. That's simply what it is. A lot of people don't want to get onto their favorites, the better players. If we went out today, I'm not looking at Maguire. I'm not looking at Maguire if Manchester United go out today. I'm looking at our better players. I'm looking at Rashford. I'm looking at Bruno. I'm looking at Sancho. I'm looking at Martinez. What did you, man, do? And then if them man perform to a level, then I'm looking at others. The only ones out of the ones I just mentioned who did perform well today was Martinez. He's the only one I wouldn't be looking at. But I'm looking at the rest. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. People don't want to say their favorites played poorly. That's Lillian Thuram's son, I believe. Yes, it is Lillian Thuram's son. Crazy, man. I remember his dad playing baller. King Kelvin says, "What's good, people? Big up to you." United for Life says, "Napoli will not sell all their players. But if you have to choose between Osimhen, Cavara, or Kim Jae, which player would you choose? And what's your thoughts on McAllister?" That's a good question. Probably because of what we need. Osimhen.
Yeah.
Because he's the only one we'd sign that goes straight into the first team. Because if we sign Cavara, then it's him and Rashford. Because he plays from that side. And I like our centre-backs. Not that I don't rate Cavara or Kim Min-jae in terms of their profiles. I've not watched them. But I would say out of those 3, Osimhen. What are you saying?
Yeah. It's, for me, if I had to rank them, in terms of need, I would say Osimhen, Kim Min-jae, Cavara. But if I'd want to have, bro, give me all 3, man. I love all 3 of them. They're ballers, Ballers.
Yeah, that's legit. I'm with it. Yes, Jazz. What are you saying, fam? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. What are you guys saying?
Oh, bless, fam. You already know.
Paul, come on, man.
Yeah, Paul says, Flawless been as harsh as Mitro and the manager at being late. Big up to them for losing their head. We caught a break. Barca 2-1 win. What do you mean being as harsh as Mitro? No, I was late, Paul, because I was on Troops' podcast. That's why I was late. Yeah, that's why. So that'll probably be out tomorrow. Marcel says, is it safe to say we are back in the days of United having the refs in their back pocket? Like I said earlier, these men are Howard Webb's disciples. Okay, so let me ask you, Marcel, what decision did the referee get wrong? I'm lost. Because it was handball, so Willian should have been sent off. Mitrovic shoved you can't touch the ref. That's also a red card. With Silva, Troops mentioned this to me. When the referee is at the VAR monitor, you can't approach him. That's against the rules. Whether it's a red card or not, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so what did the referees do today? I'm lost. That's just me though. It was a stonewall red card, stonewall handball, stonewall penalty, stonewall red card against Willian. Mitrovic put his hands on the ref. It's a stonewall red card. What are we discussing? I don't get it. I'm lost. I don't get what Hassam. Actually, shout out to Daniel O. I can't pronounce his surname, but big up to Daniel O. He said that Hassam said it hit Williams midriff. There's literally a picture of it here in his hand. So this is what it is. Oh, see, so Bruno did the same thing, pushing the ref at Anfield, and he didn't even get booked. Not allowed to touch the ref. Come on, Flawless, don't be biased, bro. One thing about me, I'm not you. I'm not biased. So don't ever accuse me of that. I'm not biased, number one. Number two, when did Bruno push the ref? If Bruno pushed the ref, he should have been sent off. Because again, on Troops' podcast, he mentioned it to me. When we 5-6-0 down, you think I'm paying close attention? But if Bruno shoved the ref, he should have got sent off as well. Simple as that. One don't make one, right? We know the referees are inconsistent and poor. But let's get back to the point. Was Mitrovic's challenge, is what Mitrovic did a red card? Yes. What are we disputing here? Oh, he pushed the linesman. I need to see it. You know what I'm saying? So can someone send it to me? I don't know what he did. But if he did what Mitrovic did, it's a red card. So what are we talking about? What? Like,
yeah, if it's this whataboutism now, like, just because this is, what about this? Like,
I'm fair down the board. I'm definitely not. Like, one thing about me, I'm not biased. If I believe certain a red, I said on here, Casemiro's red card was a red card that he got against. Who did we play? Southampton.
Seriously, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's see what you lot are saying. You don't remember when he pushed the ref? You telling me you didn't see it? It was all over social media. We got beat 7-0 by Liverpool, Marcel. Do you think I was on social media? Come on, man. Usually you're a smart guy, man. You think I was on social media? We got packed 7-0 by the team I despise the most, our arch rivals, and you think I'm on social media? So no, I didn't see it.
I wasn't social media. I can't even remember what it was, to be honest.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm legit saying, send it to me.
Abdi's comment, please.
This
latest one. The one right at under.
Unpopular opinion, I need the FA need to reevaluate what Bruno done and give him a free match ban. If Bruno did what Mitrovic did, yeah, you can't put hands on referees. It should be a red card. What are we talking about? So what are we saying? Because Bruno's wasn't a red card, neither is Mitrovic's. So players can just go around putting hands on referees now. Is that what we're saying? No. That's not the case. So no, I didn't see it. But if you want to send it me, Marcel, or someone wants to send it me, at me on Twitter, or send it to my DMs on Instagram or something, please. But before we continue, over 60 of you lot locked in. Let's get up to 50 likes. We're currently at 38. Let's get up to 50 likes and like check 1212. So we're looking for 50 likes and subscribers. Have we got any more? We are at 5. We still no new subscribers. We're looking for 5 new subscribers. There's over 50 of you lot locked in. I know there's at least 5 of you lot enjoying the content, enjoying the conversation. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well. So we're looking for 50 likes and we're looking for 5 new subscribers to get us to 5,785. Let's see what you lot are saying. But yeah, I legit don't remember the Bruno one. Brooke says, Flawless is a vampire, man, never go sleep. Gotta get to this work, man. But big up, Brooke. Much appreciated. Someone said something as well. Oh yeah, Abdi, I'll get to your comment about Bruno as well. Like I said, members' questions take priority, but I'll get to it though. And to TJ, he says, yeah, they were all reds. How you even argue it? Yes, they were all red cards. What are we talking about? But because it's Manchester United, man want to move the goalposts. That's what it is. Man always want to move the goalposts. Same way when as soon as we're playing a team, they're a super team and we should be scared. Even though they're 3 points off the bottom 3 in their league. I'm saying, or because the team has Matic, Smalling, and Mourinho in charge with Tammy Abraham, we should be scared. It's the same shit. Same shit. Man is saying Bruno barely pushed him. Mitrovic literally pushed the ref's shoulder, chest area, and was in his face at the same time. It was very aggressive. It was extremely aggressive. It's a red card. What are we talking about? It was. Let's see. Taza, Marcus's younger brother, I can't even pronounce his name. He's at Nice. He's better though. We do need a striker like Marcus Moura, right? And if
Kefren. I talked about it last time here many times. Mm-hmm. Nah, he's very good, very good.
Is he better than his brother?
100%.
Oh, he's better.
It's not even a question.
Okay.
I would.
But he's a midfielder. He's a midfielder.
Jazz, I was saying, call me crazy, right? I think we could use Marcus Thuram on a free.
I mean, he's a squad player, but I just don't rate Marcus Thuram. That's all.
No, as a backup though, not as an option.
I'm not saying that you can't use him. I'm just saying I'm just not
backup or third choice.
I mean, depends if you keep.
I was talking to Tazo. Taz, I'm talking to you. Backup or third choice?
He did say backup.
Backup? I mean, if it's third choice, he's a better third choice option than Weghorst.
No, I know he is, but what would you do? You think he's good enough to be backup, or is he good enough only to be third choice? Is what I'm asking.
He's like, that's a tricky question because he's like a low end backup, but then a high end third choice. So
okay, first.
Yeah, I don't know if that answers your question. I really can't. Like, it depends. Depends who we get. If we get Qatar, right, we have the money, then I think he's third choice. Okay. But if that doesn't go to plan, then having a guy like that on the free as a backup is not a bad option.
First, now I was just asking to gauge because I've not watched him like that. 100%. Yeah. Give it to Mikey. Big up to you. Says if they play like this against Newcastle, we'll be in 5th place right quick. Yeah, we need to step up. Everyone knows that performance ain't good enough. But someone made the point. You made the point. Someone made the point about that lineup. But there's only one permanent transfer of Ten Hag's on the pitch, which was Martinez, and it showed. We were back to last year. Look at the team. I'm saying no Malacia, no Casemiro, no Malacia, no Casemiro, no Eriksen, no Anthony. And you see the difference. You see the difference when our signings play and when our signings don't play. We're back to the team of old. We all know, yes, a bit to invoke about they're loan signings, is what I'm saying. I'm saying permanent signings. But we got over the line, but was the performance good enough? Absolutely not. But we got through. That's all I care about. Yeah. TJ says can't stand United, but there are definite differences between the Bruno and Mitrovic situation, and you're fueling yourself if you think they were the same level. Because I haven't seen it, I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? Myself, before I answer anything else, I want to know what was I being biased about and whether they were red cards or not. What did the referee get wrong? That's what I want to know. Because you said, I'm paraphrasing, but saying about, where is it? Is it safe to say United that we have the referees in our pocket? So that's why I want to know from you, what did the referees get wrong in that situation? What wasn't a red card? Like, I legit want to know. Let's see what.
I'll be real.
Before Marcel answers that. Yeah, go on, fam. Go on.
I'll be real, fam. Like, because obviously, fam, there was so much football going on today. I didn't even watch the FA Cup today. Like, none of the games. I come back. I think I came back after the final Ajax game, and I knew Fulham game went up. I went back and I feel it was the PSG game. Went back, watched the PSG game, come back. I'm just seeing Mitrovic and Marcus Silva and William all off, and I'm like, the funny thing is, I haven't even looked what William got even sent off for. I know Mitrovic got sent off. Of course, he pushed the ref and everything. I know Marcus Silva got pissed as well. But I don't even know what the handball was, to be honest, so I can't even comment to it because I didn't even bother looking up, to be honest.
Yeah, thoughts on Bruno's performance. I've run out of words to describe him and what he does at times. It was shocking. It was a shocking performance. But because he scored 2 goals, people are gonna let that performance slide. Simple. It was a typical old school Bruno Fernandes performance. When I was doing the player ratings on Saeed's channel, and people in the chat were saying 7. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. 7 because of one good pass to Anthony that obviously set up the whole Sancho situation and the penalty and the sendings off. A penalty and a shot against, and then a goal against 9 men in the last minute gets you a 7. So that gets you a 7. If you would have scored a hat-trick, is that 9? If you would have scored 2 against 9 men, it's ridiculous. The way people will move goalposts. He wasn't good. He was awful. He wasn't the only one. They were all awful. Like 100%. De Gea was top quality. Martinez was typically good. Maguire was decent. Wan-Bissaka was decent. The rest of them shocking. Shaw poor. McTominay poor. Submit to average at best. Bruno poor. Sancho poor. Rashford poor. Weghorst poor. Like, I don't know what there is to discuss. I don't know how anybody's getting high numbers apart from De Gea and Martinez. But people said that performance was a 7. I'm like, all right, why? Because he scored 2 goals. It's crazy. Yeah, it's nuts. Also says, my bad. I probably shouldn't have said bias because you didn't see the Bruno push at Anfield because I thought you did. My bad for that. I believe it should have been a sending off against us as well. If it was like that and it's aggressive, yeah. That's any player, whether they play for Manchester United, Fulham, Liverpool, whoever. But I've not seen it, so I'm not sure. Mo Sancho didn't play well. He was awful. The only piece of the first piece of quality he showed was for the goal. Well, the penalty, I should say. And I give him full credit for that. Was that piece of quality and that composure from Sancho turned the game on its head. We did a complete 180. Complete 180. But that's the only thing he did well at that up until that point. For 70 minutes, he was poor. And then boom, went past the goalkeeper, cold. Sat down, Reed, cold. And then obviously took the shot, and then, Williams done what he's done. I didn't think Sancho was decent. I thought he was poor. Flawless, the thing that worried me about today was the midfield. McTominay can't even receive the ball to break up play. Mohamed, I know you've been watching Manchester United for long enough. That can't have been a surprise to you. We know how bad McTominay is. Like, that's what it is. Go on.
That's because man didn't seen him for so long, and they're starting to realize how bad actually the squad is. I think that's what it is, because United hasn't, obviously, the performances of United this year haven't been great, but you still win the games somewhat comfortably. But today it was the kind of reality check where, like, so especially the people are thinking that United in the title race, for example, that like this team's far from like a title race caliber squad where like see 1-2 injuries in certain positions could look really spooky again.
Facts. Yeah, so like McTominay, like I'd known this about this already. Luke Shaw joked on an interview a few weeks ago back with Bruno that 1 out of his 20 passes was not bad, not at the level of Keane. So we know it is. Yeah, I don't think Sancho was decent. Not worried for Sancho, but there is no excuses. But there's no excuses for a lot of them. I'm saying in that. There's no excuses for a lot of them. If Sancho doesn't do it next season, get rid of him. That's how I feel about all of them. That's how I feel about all of them. Sancho, that piece of skill turned the game on its head, but I don't forgive that. I don't forgive the previous 70 minutes for that one piece of magic, because he has the ability to do that. So it's like I need to see that more. Well, I do ask for impact, and I'm pleased he impacted the game in such a positive fashion. But what about the previous 70 minutes? Then at 9 men, he's going to be cold. Like, he did his thing. He was involved in the second goal. Great finish by Sabitzer. But yeah, he needs to step up. They all do. Wasn't good enough today in terms of performance. That's it. Paul says, hope all mothers had a great day. Look, bringing up Bruno Mitro incidents. Even here, 2 wrongs don't make a right. My mother would often say that. Yeah, big up to all the mums enjoying Mother's Day. Love you, know what I'm saying. I hope you lot all in the chat got your mum something. So yeah, that was what I was gonna say. Yeah, 2 wrongs don't make a right. It's a sending off. I see an article, apparently Everton are interested in Scott McTominay for around 30-40 million. I think that would be good business. Great business on our end. Poor business by them. Poor business by them. Poor business, unless they need a squad player. I thought Sancho was decent. Nice, harsh, flawless. I thought he got the pre-assist for the second goal when they were down to 9 men. They were down to 9 men. What did he do? Before we won that penalty, what did Sancho do? It was poor. He wasn't the only one. I'm not just singling him out. Rashford was just as poor. Bruno was just as poor. Weghorst was just as poor. Sabitzer and McTominay, poor. Sure, probably worse. But he wasn't good. He wasn't the only one. Other players have to be able to get the ball to Sancho so he can do more. That's what it is. You got to go. I'm not hearing this. You got to go demand it. You gotta go looking for it. I'm not hearing that. I still need more from you, man. Like, he was poor today. If he's this great player and great talent, which I believe he is, he has tremendous talent, I need to see more. You can't only play well when the team's playing well. It can't be like, that's not design. That's not a great player. What I'm saying. Yeah, Marcel, I know, yeah. It wasn't US. I mean, it wasn't Mother's Day in the US. All right. Sancho was slowing up the decision making is too slow. I believe if Ashley played, we would have made more chances. We would have made nothing because the whole team was bad. We're not pinpointing one guy for that performance. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't pinpoint one guy. We were shocking all around. See, Emma said, I like Sancho's performance, kept it safe, tried to actually play and was switching positions with Bruno in the first half. So he was in the 10-ish. I didn't like any of it. I'm saying we didn't sustain. What do you create? We didn't sustain no attacks. Nah, I'm not with it. Well, like I said, it just wasn't him. Let's see what you lot are saying. Get more questions in it. This is only going to be a short Q&A, people. We have gone over 50 likes. So big up to you lot. We've gone over 50 likes. Over 70 of you lot in the building. Let's go 60 likes. We'll go 60 likes, people. As top for that as well. Subscriber check, man. So we're looking for 60 likes. 9 more. We're at 51. And subscribers as well. We're still 5 short, people. I know there's at least 5 of you lot who are new here. If you are watching, you're enjoying the content, Sarcasm City TV, courtesy of Sarcasm City TV, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well, man. Let's see what you lot are saying. Hey, big up TJ Warren as well, man, who just joined the membership. He's now a Sarcasm citizen. Appreciated you, man. Big up TJ. Much appreciated. Don't forget, link is in the pinned comment for the membership as well. Nathan says, reactionary by United fans as per usual. Ten Hag don't have his players to play the football he wants, and players like Sancho and Anthony will benefit from better signings. I do agree with you. I think our better play. I think those two in particular who you mentioned will. All right, come around. Rance literally said Sancho got man of the match. What's your point? Shout out to Rance. That's my bro. Why do you keep mentioning that he said that? This is the second time. What is the point you are trying to make? Please get to it. I disagree. What's your point? Where was I? Yeah, Anthony and what's it called? Where
Sancho.
was I? Yeah, Anthony and Sancho. Yeah, definitely with better players, though, they'll perform better. 100%. 100% I will. But I still need to see more from them, though.
Yeah, I mean,
I still need to see more from them. Is it all their fault? You might are acting like I just, not you, Nathan, but people acting like I just blame Sancho. No, they were all poor. Minus Martinez, De Gea, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka. But everyone around him was shocking. But yeah, go on.
See, the problem with this is like on analyzing players, especially young players, it's either, oh my god, they had a good game, stop talking rubbish, you're just a hater, or it's just he's fucking trash, get rid of him, sell him, blah blah blah. There's no middle ground. What you just stated is a middle ground. You said he didn't have a good game up until the penalty. After that he was good, but you're not saying that, oh, he's gonna be trash forever, and sell him right away. You want more from him. You're gonna give him more time. So being in the middle is not always a bad thing, especially with these guys. And I agree, Sancho doesn't have too much time left. But you can't just be like, oh my god, sell him. Oh my god, he's playing so well. Like nothing is true. Like you just gotta relax. We're just going into international break after playing 11 games in February, and then I think we've had 6 games so far already in March.
Something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Something
so
crazy like that.
Like the rest will help them. Like everything will help them. Everyone just gotta chill out, yo. Yeah. Like, why are we so stressed?
Yeah, like I'm legit talking about this game in particular. And as always, people want to. Sancho's the name on everyone's lips when everybody around him was also poor. Man don't want to mention that Bruno was poor. People don't want to mention that Bruno was. Luke Shaw was poor, but people don't want to mention that. Luke Shaw played well, different conversation. Maguire had played as poorly as the rest of them. It'd be Wan-Bissaka. I'm fair across the board, whether I rate players or I don't. Sancho wasn't good today, but he wasn't the only one. Rashford wasn't good. Bruno wasn't good. Weghorst wasn't good. Sabitzer wasn't good. McTominay wasn't good. But we're here talking about Sancho. Bear in mind, it was his moment of magic that turned the game on its head. I will give him credit for that. He turned the game. He's the only player on the pitch that does that. If that chance falls to any other player, one, they either shoot it first time and the goalkeeper saves it, or they go past the goalkeeper and shoot it and Reed blocks it on the line. That's the one thing I'll give him. That's the one thing I'll give him credit for. But up until that point, he hadn't done enough. He was poor. Like he wasn't good. And I rate Sancho highly as a talent, but I need to see more from you. What he did in that moment there, I need to see more from. I need to see more frequently from him. Man of the match to me was clearly De Gea. He kept us in the game. Couple of them saves, the one from the Mitrovic header and the Willian save. That's what it was. Force Lizzie says, I hear that, but it's not Sancho's fault that his teammates cannot make simple passes. I don't blame him for that, but he still needs to do more. TJ Warren says, big up Flawless, appreciate the entertainment, my guy. Big up to you, man. Big up, man. Appreciate you joining the membership. Appreciate it. Yeah. International breaks come around at a great point for us. 100%. Whole team has been poor for a few months now. I can't remember last time United started the game well. Because now we're at the point where it's just about getting results. Of course you want better performances. Of course you want better performances. However, I look at what Ten Hag is working with. And you add injuries into the mix. You add Casemiro being off form. You add Rashford being off form. This is not a surprise to me. It's not a surprise to me. Marcel says, how do you fancy your chances against the Seagulls? Personally, I think you might not going to get smoked, but that's just me. Fine, we'll beat them. I expect to be better at that point. Casemiro will be back. Eriksen will be back. We'll be fine. Martinez, Varane, De Gea, Malacia Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, Dalot, Anthony Rashford, Bruno, Weghorst, Sancho. We'll be fine. I'm happy. I have no issues with the draw. It could have been better, but it could have been worse in regards to the FA Cup draw. What are you saying about against Brighton, Tazo?
We'll be okay, man. It is what it is.
Yeah. We got this far.
Yeah.
I'm saying we've been not good. As somebody said
this about every single other game.
Yeah, of course, it's Marcel, but I'm
so,
still just answering anyway. Yeah, he says it all the time. But my point is, we've been poor. Back to the previous comment and that. I'm saying Brighton's not Fulham. Yeah, what's your point? Okay, I never said Brighton.
Fulham ahead of Brighton?
I think so. I don't even know.
Getting games in hand.
Back to the point is, I'm not scared of Brighton or Fulham or Brentford. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
Brighton, Fulham, and them.
Yes, I'm not scared of Brighton, Fulham, and them, man. Are they a good team? Absolutely. Could Brighton beat us? Yes. But at one semi-final at a neutral stadium, I fancy our chances getting past Brighton. I'm saying. Like I said, you said Newcastle were going to beat us, and what happened? You said Barcelona were going to beat us, and what happened? You said Fulham were going to beat us, and what happened? This goes on. I'm saying keep. Actually, you're working well for us, so keep saying it. Man United are going to smash Brighton if Casemiro is back. I think the break will do him well. Yeah, Casemiro in that midfield, it's over. And Eriksen. Eriksen's key as well. Eriksen's key. Sanchez, my guy as well. It don't really matter if it's 9. He still got them lot sent off anyway. Yeah, I give him full credit for that. I give him full credit, but that's the only thing he did well in 70 minutes of football. The only exceptional thing he did at that point was that. You have the ability to do that. Bear in mind, I said he's the only player I think we have on the pitch at that time. Maybe Anthony. I put Anthony in the mix. He's one of 2 players who scores that goal, does what, has the composure and the skill set to do that. That's what I would say. Yeah, and this is what I also said, Marcel, because he said Brighton could, but I didn't say this. Brighton could roll over anybody on their day. They have a lot of firepower. I did say Brighton could beat us. Brighton could win the game. It's not a foregone conclusion. But do I fancy our chances? Yes, this is why we're favourites going into that game. This is why we're 3rd and they're 6. Where are they at in the table? 6? What I'm saying.
I think so.
6. You
can only, oh my God.
You can only ride your luck for so long. The good fortune's going to run out.
The thing is, Marcel.
What was, wait. What was the good fortune? Let's get to that. Because people just say anything. What was the good fortune today? Enlighten me. Like, this is why I want to know. Because people just be saying anything. What was the good fortune? Apart from Fulham dominating the ball but failing to create clear-cut chances. So what was the good fortune? Or did we just, our defenders in our defensive shape, just do what they were supposed to and limit Fulham? But it was more so us on the ball that was the problem. So please let me know what the good fortune is. That's what I want to know.
Also, just because Brighton smacked you guys up 3 times doesn't mean we're going to do the same.
Better your good performance. Big up Ian says, better your good performances come in Europa and do what's needed in the Prem. So you're in your games, we're not going all out and go hard in the cups. Yeah, you better be on smoke. I hear this. Does anyone think Arsenal can keep this form for the rest of the season?
Yeah.
No, I think they'll drop points. But I also think City will drop points. So it's going to be close. I think City will beat them at the MTR. So I think it'll be a 2-point gap.
Who's Arsenal still playing to the end of the season? I actually need to know. Let me look up quickly.
Yeah. Go on then.
Because I do think Arsenal drop point at the MTR, but
no. Marcel, answer the question. What are the good fortunes that we've had? That's what I want to know. In particular, what was the good fortune today? Tell me, innit? What was the good fortunes? That's what I want to know. We need Liverpool to beat City away badly. Can't stand either of them. You know what I'm saying? Flawless. You think Man United need 2 fullbacks, right? Who do you want replacing, in my opinion? Shaw and Wan-Bissaka sold, and 2 new fullbacks to challenge the other 2. No, I'd sell Delo and get a new right back. And then left back, I just moved.
What?
Yeah, I'd sell Delo. Yeah.
What? Why?
What do you mean? What? What do you mean? Why would I sell Delo?
Over Wan-Bissaka?
I get a new right? Yes. 100%. I keep Wan-Bissaka as backup. All right, let me ask you this. What does Delo excel at?
Build up.
He excels at build up.
Yes.
In terms of what? All right, what else does he excel at?
I think his back post defending, which is a very underrated trait.
I think it's very good, but I don't think he excels at it. I think it's just good.
I think he does.
I think it knows.
That West Ham game, bro.
Yeah, he was exceptional against Antonio.
He put on a masterclass.
But that's it. I don't think. All right, so what else does he excel at? Back post defending, build up play.
His passing I think is really good. He makes the right runs.
Passer. He's not.
I don't think he crosses it well, but I think his passing is good.
He's a good passer. He's not an excellent. He's not. He don't pass the ball like Trent.
Wan-Bissaka doesn't excel in anything other.
No. No. Forget Wan-Bissaka. We're talking about specifically Delo. So let's stick on him. You mentioned 2 things. What else does he excel at?
No, that's about it.
That's my point. I don't want that player starting who only excels at 2 things.
All right, then what?
That's why.
The reason I'm saying that is because he's still he just turned 24. He's still an ascending player. Wan-Bissaka is much older than him, and he is less useful in our system, I think.
But that's why I would keep Wan-Bissaka as a specialist and keep him for like specific games. Yeah, specific games, because he's a lockdown defender. Defensively, he's better than Delo.
Yeah,
but I'm not saying keep him. I don't want a player in my face. I've been waiting on Delo to, like, you know me. I'm not saying I don't rate him, but he excels at 2 things.
Bro, but first half of the season, I think he was really good.
He was very good. Form was very good.
Since his injury, he's fallen off a cliff.
What I'm saying, like, he's not. What's it called, innit? Like, that's what it is. Like, that's legit what it is. He excels at 2 things. I know that he's not good at the rest, but if we're trying to if we're trying to compete at the highest level, we need to. Hey, Mohammed, yeah. I'm not saying Wan-Bissaka should start. What I'm saying is he excels defensively at everything. He's a lockdown defender. He's arguably the best one-on-one fullback in the league in terms of defending. He is. Someone name a better one.
Yeah, no, he is. He is really good at that.
That's my point. So if we're going away to the Bernabeu, who do you want our right back? Aaron Wan-Bissaka. If we're going away to the Allianz, who do you want? Wan-Bissaka. If we're playing Napoli, I don't know their stadium name. My apologies, people. If we going away to, who do you want playing? Does Kvara not play on the left?
Yeah, he plays left winger.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka.
Hey, it won't need to. I mean, we do need him in training versus Kvara when we get him, inshallah.
Yeah, this guy's a joke. But I'm not saying Wan-Bissaka should start people. I'm saying he should be kept as a specialist. This is why I'm saying go get a first choice right back. And I'm saying this as someone who's a fan of Delo. I like Delo. But at some point, I'm like, you don't excel at enough. This is why I want to do left back. What do you excel at? I criticize Bruno for that very thing. Me and Tox had to come to Jesus talk about De Gea. And he said he only excels at shot stop. And I was like, right, you're right. Like, that's what it is. Excel. I'm saying excel. Man is saying he excels at ball carrying. He don't. He's just very good. Mo says here, Delo excels at crossing, dribbling, passing, shooting, heading, physicality, good defender, pass vision, pass range, quality player. Like, no, you're missing the point. I think he's a good player. Does he excel at crossing? No. I'm saying
he does. He's a terrible crosser.
Ward Prowse excels at crossing. Does he excel at dribbling? No.
Trent.
Vinicius Jr. is someone who excels at dribbling. Passing? No. Modric excels at passing. Here are the levels we're talking about. Shooting? No. I'm saying Harry Kane excels at shooting. Heading ability. Mitrovic excels. Physicality. That's Onana. You know what I'm saying? Excel and being good are 2 different things, people. I'm saying, what are you let me change that. What are you a specialist at? That's what rather than excel, I say, what do you specialize in? If you're in Street Fighter, what are your special moves? If you're a wrestler, what are your special moves? What are your attributes? If we're playing Tekken and they have all the attributes on the list, what do you expect? Dalot don't really specialize in too much. I think he's good at most things. Legit. I'm a fan. Physical, yes. Quick, yes. Right foot, left foot. Good technique, but excelling people. What does he specialize in? Trent specializes in things. Reece James specializes in things if we're talking fullbacks. What do you specialize in? This is the point. Like, we need to up the levels if we're going to go and compete where we want to compete. Martinez, what does he specialize in? We can list off a long list as long as my arm. If we start talking about what Martinez is exceptional at. He does this, and this. What does Casemiro do? He does this, and this. Like, he don't excel. He's not special at those things. If you're saying excel, Dalot's passing is not on par with Modric. That's someone who excels at passing. He's a specialist passer. Trent is a specialist crosser. For all his defensive, and we run all jokes about him defensively. And I'm not saying go get Trent is very what's it called? It's that's unrealistic. But I'm just using him to make a point. Reece James specializes at things. But that's just me. You lot keep Ten Hag is the low FC flawless. Surprising you said keep Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, because I need specialists.
I think every team has to be honest. Like there's a lot of teams that have specialists. Like for example, Valverde was last season for Barcelona, right winger. Why? Because he was helping out Cruz and Modric. Because like as good as them two are, they're old as well. You need to put legs in that midfield as well to support these guys. Sometimes you need these guys in the team to go and win those specific ties.
Yeah. And Battle Crypto says he does specialize in ball carrying. The stats back it up. No, he doesn't special. He's very good at it.
Yeah,
he doesn't carry the ball like Moussa Dembele did at Spurs. That's someone who excels at carrying the ball.
Exactly. Like,
if we're saying excels, there's levels that he was a specialist at that. Rolling the defender and like Yaya Toure was someone who excelled at carrying a football. So we're gonna take Dalot's on par with Yaya Toure.
You know what it is? I think it's because comparing it to Wan-Bissaka's. That's why.
Yeah. And I'm not saying Wan-Bissaka because Wan-Bissaka is poor at those things I'm mentioning. But what I'm saying is he's a specialist defender. He's the best one-on-one defender, I think, in the league. Throw centre backs in there. I think he's the best.
Probably in the world.
The best. He could argue in there because my knowledge of the world football ain't like that, but you could argue it in Europe.
He's really good at one-on-ones. Like we saw him literally. I mean, people don't like to say it, but he did lock up Mbappe.
Yeah, like people get this.
Twice.
He had those thinking Axel was the truth.
Aye, man, like Axel Witsel, man.
This is my point. This is not me getting at Dalot people because I think Dalot is a good player, but good is not good enough. Because I'm here saying get rid of De Gea.
Words, man.
Good is not, and I'm here saying, and I'm a fan of De Gea. And I'm here saying, yo, if we're gonna catch these, man, it has to. You know what I'm saying? On topic of the fullback, would you bring in a new left back? Yes, because I play Luke Shaw as backup to Martinez, and go get a new left back to compete with Malacia out there, and then Shaw can always play there as well. If we're trying to compete with the very best, let's go and compete with the very. Why don't we have the best in class? And it hurts to say this because you know what I'm saying. Like, I like Dalot. I'm a fan. I've been a defender of his. No pun intended. Like Bav Crypto says he's not one of the best. He's the best 1v1 jeweler, but he's not a good defender at all. Nah, like who you talking about? I presume you're talking about Wan-Bissaka. He's improved the other elements though, the back post and stuff. But again, I'm not saying keep him to play him first team. I'm saying have him there for special appearances and special games. Because if we go away, say we get, I don't know, you might give me a right back who's like probably on the market right now.
Frimpong?
All right, so say we get Frimpong.
I don't know.
Say we get Frimpong. Is he? You know what I'm saying? And that is I'm guessing he's not defensively. He's attack minded. Yeah.
He's a very attacking minded player.
Okay. So if we're going away to PSG, do I want to see Frimpong or do I want to see Wan-Bissaka if I'm Mbappe? You want to see someone who's going to concentrate on going the other way. You want to see Frimpong play. He's going to give me space. You ain't trying to see Wan-Bissaka. And we've seen, I mean, you mentioned it, we've seen Wan-Bissaka invert. Like, this is the truth. And it hurts people because I'm a fan of Dalot. But it's like, when's enough? I'm saying that the epitome when I was thinking about. I'm like, yo, what does this man actually excel at? Or is he just good at a lot of things, which I believe he is? What's wrong with Luke Shaw? Too sometime-ish, even though he's been better this season. Too sometime-ish. I see his poor performances are standout, like today, like Liverpool. Like he's not been at it recently. Man, yeah, he's just not it too many times, man. We can go and improve in that area. Even though I think he's a better, and Luke Shaw, I think he's a better centre back than he is a left back. That's what I think it is. That's just, again, this is just my opinion, people, on it. And to TJ, who says Tierney being disrespected at Arsenal, would you not take him at United? Too injury prone for me. What are you saying, Tazo?
No, not my cup of tea.
I think he's a good player, but too injury prone.
Yeah, he's like okay player. He's mid.
You think he's mid? All right,
I don't think he's mid. I think it's just the injuries, to be honest.
See, and Shaw's also 28. We need to upgrade at some point. Yeah, man. How long ago? This guy been here almost 10 years. When do we say, you're not really it? When do we get that? TJ says, question for the panel: who is more valuable to their respective club, Casemiro to United or Partey to Arsenal? This is a good question.
I think they're equally both.
Yeah, they're both very important because you take them out both sides, they don't look the same. Neither side looks the same.
Right. I mean, both. Even to be honest, both do the different things. Like Casemiro wouldn't do what Partey is required in Arsenal, and Partey wouldn't do what Casemiro is required in United. I think it's equally.
I think that's fair. What are you saying, Tazo?
Yeah, agreed. I mean, I do think Casemiro is way more.
I mean, he's the better player, in my opinion. But
I think he's the better player, but this is just
not even that. It's just he's way more important because with Jorginho, Arsenal are still okay and decent.
Nah, but would you think Arsenal would be still in the title without Partey?
No,
the whole season with Jorginho.
I'm just comparing the drop off, right? The drop off from Casemiro with and without United to Partey with and without, Arsenal with and without Partey. I don't think it's as big of a drop off as Casemiro and United, which is literally the question. So,
you know this. I think it's actually a massive drop off because I think when you have Jorginho coming in a couple of games, it's calm, but when you have Jorginho for the whole season, that system, it's a massive drop off, in my opinion. That doesn't mean Jorginho is a bad player, but that just shows how much important Partey is in that system, in my opinion. Like, I generally believe that Arsenal wouldn't be in the title race if, let's say, they would be employing Jorginho the all season instead of Partey. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like both are just as equally as important.
Yeah,
I think
there's an argument going both ways for that.
And
they're literally heart of the midfield, so you know what I mean? They're literally the heart of both midfields, so.
Yep.
Bob Crichton says Delo is getting a new contract regardless. Fabrizio and Ten Hag confirmed that already. Ten Hag in the press.
Yeah, this was preference. That's what you want.
Yeah, because someone asked me the question. I can't remember who it was. Who said, "Would you get 2 new fullbacks?" I said yes. I think we need upgrades in those areas. Yeah. Bring me a Reece James, Trent level right back. If we're trying to compete and be above those sides, should we not match them? Why can't we get a Martinez level right back?
Would you take Trent
level right back? Yes, because then you have literally the best of both worlds. Because Trent specializes in things. If you're going to dump, play Trent. Like, of course. I think it's a no-brainer. But I criticize him. And then when you're defending, you're in the trenches, you put on Wan-Bissaka. Who better? They're literally different ends of the spectrum. You're trying to compete. I would definitely, yes, I would. Yeah, I run jokes about Trent, but it don't mean I don't rate him. Trent's cold. You know what I'm saying in that? Like Trent, but the back post jokes is hilarious. But yeah, Trent's cold.
I don't want that narrative at my club, personally.
Yeah, I'm not. Hey man, it's too much.
No, but I heard that still.
You might not a fan of Trent.
No, it's not that I don't like Trent. I just don't want I just wouldn't have that back post narrative. That's all.
It's the thing is, bro. Apart from his ball striking, Trent is really average at everything else.
No. To be fair, he's He's a really good free kick taker as well.
He's a freak.
Exactly what I said. Apart from his ball striking, he is average.
No, but that's included in a lot though, because you do ball striking in a lot.
Yeah, but the thing is,
you got crossing. He specializes in passing. He specializes in free kicks on goals. He specializes in set pieces. He specializes in. What we doing?
No. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying, like if you look at his technique, like, yeah, he's good, but like he's not that technically sound or press resistant. Like people say, oh, put Trent in the midfield. Like he cannot play on half turn.
Yeah, no, but that's terrible.
Can't do all that. Like
that's still stupidness.
But apart from that, like, I mean, his ball striking is that good that it masks everything else. Like it's of that level. But like if you really look at it, other than that, because he can't really defend well. He's quick, but he's not like rapid. Like he's just okay at everything else. Like
yeah, but he doesn't.
But the thing, but what he's good at is
it's the best in the world.
What he does is at world class level.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the thing with somebody like trying to do. It's just what I'm saying. Like if you play somebody like him in, because for example, like obviously people don't see it now, but I think if we have actually a fucking defense, people would see how good Paul's offensive skills are. Very, very at a high level. But I've seen way too many times already since he's been here from a defensive standpoint. The guy is terrible. I mean, I knew it already, but he's terrible. He's bad defensively. But what he offers offensively, I'll be honest, he could rather Trent, in my opinion. Not saying he's going to be like Trent. I'm saying you can get maybe a level below, or maybe you can reach the levels if you have actually a competent team around you as well. But this is the thing which you sometimes have to give up sometimes. Maybe you have to give up the whole defense, but you get something in elite then in return, just so you can utilize in your team. And when the players starting to be getting worse, either one, get competition in their team in their position, or get rid of the player before he expires completely.
Yes. And to Peter Dew says that's Vinny Jr. He loves playing against Trent. That's why I wouldn't. If we were playing Real Madrid away, don't play.
Oh, that's where Wan-Bissaka comes in.
Yeah, that's where you play Wan-Bissaka.
See, low key, because you know when you talked about the love thing, I thought about it, and people called me crazy, but that's what I was kind of thinking about. That's why I wouldn't hate Emerson Royal to stay at Tottenham.
Go on, talk about it.
This is you.
Because the funny thing is not. I mean, I was laughing, but even when Emerson Royal was in bad form, when you actually look at his defensive numbers and when you actually look at the games without having an agenda, defensively, I don't think he's a terrible player whatsoever. I think he's one of the better defensive fullbacks in the league. I think Wan-Bissaka is better than him in the defense, but it's because there's maybe that 1 or 2 moments where he gets totally embarrassed. When people didn't say, "Oh, he's horrible defensively," I disagree personally, because he gets maybe spun 1 or 2 times. But other than that, I think he's a very, very solid defensive right back. So, like, for example, right, I would be fucking terrified if you would have to. Let's say we qualify for Champions League and we have to play Napoli. I don't want to see Paul against Kvaratskhelia. I just don't want to see that.
I hear you. I hear exactly what you're saying. I hear that.
I wasn't laughing. It's just you defending Emerson after all
the thing is,
you called him and everything
he's done. It's crazy considering what I've been saying over here. But I always say this: I don't run agendas. It depends on who. But
what?
I don't run agendas. I don't run it. No, I don't.
Shut up, Jess.
No, I don't run agendas.
In Jess's defense, anytime he's criticized someone heavily, he's turned out to be spot on.
This is what I'm trying to say. I don't run agendas.
He has been spot on. No, it's true. Like when he was going at Nuno, I was like, "Yo, what are you talking about?" And then he was like, "Yo, this guy is not it." And that's when they had won, like they were top of the league, and he got manager of the month and won 3 games in front.
All the other things Jess does,
like what?
I'm not wrong.
Oh my god!
Have I not said everything that I said was Sunday season?
Trying to act
everything that I said was Sunday season from early.
Yeah, I looked at you crazy, and you were spot on.
I said Son is declining as a footballer. Nobody tried to hear it. Not everybody was Son sold.
You said this like literally before the World Cup. You were talking about Son. I was thinking, yo, Jez has been right about a lot of shit, but I'm like, yeah, I don't get this one.
This was like because people don't like when I say stuff the way I say it. This is all it is.
Yeah. It is. I hear that. No, I hear that. I give you credit though, because you be saying shit, and I be like, nah, I don't see it. And then lo and behold, whether it's 2-3 weeks or 2-3 months later, everyone's on the same train of thought.
It's eventually they all come, and then they want to apologize. Jess, Jeremy, like, don't say like I was wrong. I was like, no, keep the apologies from. Like, I'm trying to tell everybody that guy is shit, or give that guy time.
Huh?
Like, I'm saying, like, nah. I try to tell them about context is nothing enforced, but they're all starting to see it now.
No, I hear you. And TJ says everyone has their bad day. United have only had 3 or 4 of them this season, and they're going to take home minimum of 2 trophies. I'm with you. That's why I ain't putting too much stock into performances. Because if we're performing poorly and still managing to get wins and get through cups, what happens if we start playing just average? What happens if we get to an average level? If we've been performing poor and still lost 3 matches in, I think it's like 35 games or something. We lost 3 in our last 35. So in terms of results, we're doing the business. Do the performances need to improve? Yes. But I also factor in players missing. I factor in Eriksen been missing now for a long period. I factor in Martial been AWOL pretty much for the whole season. I factor in Casemiro going off form when he has done in the past few weeks. Same with Rashford. Once our better players and more important players are missing or underperform, we struggle badly. We've seen that today. But we're still resilient enough defensively. We're still enough of a solid unit and that well drilled to stay in games. Because like I said, Fulham today, for all their possession, all their dominance, what clear-cut chances did they create? That's what football is about. The main thing. Ethan said it, most important stat is the scoreline. Shout out to Ethan, big up Monts, the whole Big Six Bands gang. That's the truth. People getting too lost in XG and nice triangles and pretty patterns and given goals. Yeah. That's all well and cool. What did Fulham create? And any regular watchers hear me say this all of the time when I'm talking about games, either when I'm critiquing Manchester United or I'm critiquing the other team. All right, what did you create? Minus the goal they scored, the Mitrovic header, which was fire, a great save. What other clear-cut chances they create? And when I say clear-cut, I'm talking about where you go, the striker should score that. And even the Mitrovic header is just a great header. So you can't even say that's a clear-cut chance when it goes. That's a half chance that he's turned into a great chance. So what did they create? The Robertson deflected shot of Wan-Bissaka you'd expect him. So they created one clear-cut chance in 70 minutes of football. But because they bopped us off the park and people want to run bants and run jokes, we was like, oh, United got bopped at OT, which we did. Who won the game now? Whether it's 0-0 or 1-0, you're always in the game. And that's it. I said it in particular. Go back and check it. I reference this all the time, and I will reference this to the end of time because I never delete that stream. I still need to go back and watch it. The Manchester United-Barcelona second leg at halftime when we was 1-0 down. And I said, we'll win this game because Barcelona are not offering enough going forward. And people in the chat who haven't appeared since, most of them, said to me, oh, Barcelona don't need to create because they're up 1-0. I bet if you ask Barcelona if they wish they created more now, they'd say yeah. Ask them no. They didn't create anything over those 2 legs in general. Look at the 3 goals they scored. You have to, for all your dominance and all this and all the great play and looking great on the eye in terms of football and in terms of the football, you have to create and score goals. A quality side put us to the sword in that game with that much. If we give Napoli that much of the ball and get dominated, do you think it's 1-0 at 70 minutes?
Fuck no.
Absolutely not. It's 3-4-0 and the game's over. Game is over. You can't do that to a teams of a certain quality. But that's why they're Fulham and not Napoli. That's why they have Mitrovic and Willian and not Kvara and Osimhen. Because quality matters, people. But people just want to run banter and run jokes. That's why I credit our defenders in terms of De Gea, what he did, Martinez and Maguire. Not just them. Wan-Bissaka I throw in the mix as well. Because from a defensive standpoint, we kept shape, and even though we were getting outplayed, we stayed in the game. And then all it takes is one piece of quality or one mistake from the opposition or one bad refereeing decision. And that's what happened, the first 2. Why Fulham was there was no one on the halfway line from a corner, I have no idea. And then Sanchez has produced a moment of quality. And then it's turned the game's done a complete 180. Complete 180. Turn the game on its head. And now they're going home and they can go home all the possession and all the XG. I'll take G over XG. So I'm good. That's just me though. But the performances do need to improve. And TJ says, a consistent Man United isn't something I want to think about. Nightmare for the rest of the league. Nah, I hear you. Marcel says, you're right, but it might have been a different game if Fulham didn't lose their heads. I hear you, Marcel. Why Willian just didn't let the ball go in, I don't know. It's 1-1 with 20 minutes to go, and it's still 11 versus 11.
They lost their heads, so.
Yeah, and they've been the better team. But yes, they lost their heads. That's on Willian. That's on Marco Silva. That's on Mitrovic. You have to keep your cool in those situations.
Exactly.
Because you've been the dominant team.
Babies, bro. Like, everything. Marcel, like, I know you hate United, but, like,
this is what it is. That's what it is.
Just be objective, bro. Like, it's fine, bro. I hate Liverpool as well, but like I could be objective sometimes as well. Like, I said Darwin Núñez is not the biggest problem when I was just running agendas before. Like, it's okay to be objective. You just don't you're just forcing it, man. It's too much. Just allow it.
Question: Who would you prefer at United, Neves or Paulino? Does Neves have more qualities? Both. They do different things, but we need both. We need 3 midfielders.
If you were to get one, though, I know my answer.
Probably Paulino.
Yeah.
Easy. But I like all the midfielders we're linked with. Like, well, people mentioned not linked with some. So whether it's Neves, whether it's Paulino, whether it's what's I'm forgetting, man. Lavia, man, I've mentioned, whether it's Onana, whether it's whoever.
I'm not Mason Mount, though. That's one I'm not.
Yeah, that's not real, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not real.
Do you actually believe there's any sort of truth behind that?
No, man. There's no truth.
I hope not. I pray not.
Here's the thing is, I'll say this to everyone right now. Any English player who's playing in the Premier League of high profile is leaving will get linked to Manchester United. Who has Harry Kane been linked to? Manchester United. Who has Mason Mount been linked to? Manchester United. And let me be clear, high profile. So I'm talking anyone who the media talk about a lot. Anyone who's in this, don't give me a James Milner. I'm talking anyone who's in the England team. Anyone.
But to be fair, playing devil's advocate, if Liverpool didn't have a striker, would you think Liverpool would have been linked to Harry Kane as well?
Not at that price point, no. Too expensive.
That's fair. That's fair enough.
Liverpool don't really get like Bellingham, but Bellingham's the
exception. He's the exception.
Ironically, Bellingham. Who's Bellingham been linked? Who's Bellingham been linked to?
All the top clubs in Europe.
This is my point. Any high English player who's high profile is going to get linked to Manchester United, especially if they're playing in the Premier League. Absolutely. Kane, Mount, Bellingham. Am I missing anyone? Who else has been linked to wayward moves? I'm sure the chat you lot will let me know.
I don't even know all the English players are shit, man.
Like, but I'm sure there's more. When I say I'm talking, you lot know what I mean. Like if Saka was in the situation and was going to be leaving Arsenal,
you would be linked to Man United, City, Liverpool. I mean, I get that.
I'm saying same way with who else? Madison. Who does Madison always get linked with?
Man United.
Jack Grealish at City.
Where did he get linked to beforehand? Declan Rice, come on. We cooking. You know what I'm saying? We cooking right now. You know what I'm saying? Like Declan Rice, the list goes on, whether it's true or not.
I just really think about this England talent. It's actually disgrace how bad Southgate as a manager is. Fuck me.
Yeah. It's bad. How you got Saka and Rashford even winged? Yeah, you just with Harry Kane and you just
plays that scrub Sterling, man.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, England can just keep it. I mean, England can fuck up. I don't really care about England, but my goodness.
Like absolutely. LFC for the double says, let's see. Where's this? United made Hassam rage quit his stream. Hey, shout out to Hassam. I got sent that clip. You know what I'm saying? And that of him rage because we beat Fulham in an FA Cup quarter final.
I haven't seen that.
Somebody rage quit.
You
did? Yeah, I'll send you the clip. You're not gonna see the clip.
No, anything Premier League related or FA Cup, I have not seen today.
Yeah, I'll drop the clip in the group chat. Yeah, man, someone sent it to me. So big up to the person who sent it to me. Hilarious. Rage quit. My team got packed 7-0 by our arch rivals, and I was still here. We beat Fulham 3-1 in the FA Cup quarter final, and man couldn't hack it. He turned off when we got the penalty. No, was it 2-1 when Sabitzer scored? That's when he turned off. He turned off at 2-1.
That's 2-1, yeah.
Turned off at 2-1 because we beat Fulham in the FA Cup quarterfinal.
There was a question that I wanted to ask, but
yeah. Go on, get to it.
No, that's the question.
We're going to close out shortly, people.
I found the question. On a recent price, would you actually take Rice?
Yes.
At the right price.
At a reasonable price, yeah.
Right, yeah. Absolutely.
So what would be the max like you paid him for?
50. I think he's a squad player at best.
Considering in this market though as well.
I'd still be like, yo, you lot 50, take it or leave it, innit? That's what I would say. That's just me though.
No, I know.
Listen, Marcel. Firstly, all right. You talk shit about United and everyone else all the time. You hide when Liverpool are shit, just like when you did at the Bernabeu. At Anfield when they bopped you 5-2. I'm here regardless. Firstly, secondly, you just go on and on and on, and it ruins the flow of the stream because people are on here asking good questions, and you're just chatting nonsense, like just being biased for no reason. So, all right. So, firstly, relax, and secondly, I don't troll all the time. I am objective when the time needs to be. Now is not the time. Like I don't troll 24/7. It's okay to just say, United, okay, they didn't deserve it. Oh, it was gonna be this, but like, okay, yeah, you could say that today, but you do that even when we bought Barcelona at the fucking Camp Nou. You were even saying that then, like, because it's just consistent with you. So just relax, my brother. It ain't that deep. All right, you just it's not that deep. You tripping.
Hey, big up Raymond. I see you. Good to see so many green usernames in the chat. Don't forget, link is in the pinned comment as well. You know what I'm saying? Link is in the pinned comment as well. You two just going, what's it called? Just going at it, Marcel. Like I said, you be trolling. You know what I'm saying? You do be trolling, Marcel. Not all the time, but you do be trolling. 100%. You do be trolling. But you man just chill out. Raymond, big up to you. Hey, likes, we're at 64. Let's get up to 70 likes, people. Let's get up to 70 likes and subscribers. I know there's some new people in here. There's over 70 of you lot in the building. It's 20-3. Hit the subscribe button because I have no new subscribers. I know everyone who's locked in is not, definitely because we started at a different time, is not subscribed. Hit the subscribe button, people. Come on, man. You clearly enjoying the content. That's why you're watching. That's why there's over 70 of you lot in here. And I love that. But hit the subscribe button because it helps the channel grow, and hit the likes. Get us up to 70 likes as well. Please. And Raymond, man, good to see you as well, man. Big up. We are going to close out shortly. Yo, Tazo, can you check them man on clubs?
Yeah. I was just literally going to ask you that. You want to play?
Yeah. Can you check?
Yeah, they are. Yes.
Yeah, message him.
I was going to join, but I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to join the stream.
Yeah, Marcel, that's best. You man just don't mention each other. I agree. You know what I'm saying?
Marcel, I agree. We cool, bro. You just need to chill out sometimes.
Yeah, you man just chill and separate. There you go.
We chilling, bro.
We fucking troll. When trolls meet trolls, it's hilarious. Raymond says, "What's the saying about United tonight?" Some of them just crying tears. You know what I'm saying? And that some of them just crying tears, like in regards to the red card. I'm lost. Like I said, I'll be on with Hassam on Battle of the North today anyway, so he'll get his tears out. You know what I'm saying? And that. So I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm lost as to what the red cards. It was a penalty. I don't know what we debating. All of a sudden, the refs are back on our side.
No, it's because man just don't like to see your team winning in the light.
Yeah, man, I understand because we caught life. I'll admit that we caught life today, 100%. We did, 100%. Like so, yeah, Raymond. I've missed it unless there was some part of the game I missed. LFC double says flawless don't sleep. We out here working, man. I'm trying to get there. You see all the big content creators out here. I'm trying to get to them levels. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to
eat, man.
So this is why, you know what I'm saying? I bust my ass working. I hustle. You know what I'm saying? And like constantly day in, day out. So I appreciate you lot in the chat. I do. I'm saying. I really do. Yeah, LFC, I don't but what I don't get it. Yeah, expect a lot of crying. And yeah, I understand, but it'd be interesting. But even if he is right, he'll be like, if you make a fair point, we're still through to the semi-final. TJ says, flawless in the panel. Who do you think is coming out on top of the league at the end of it all? I think Arsenal will win it if we stay healthy and Manchester City drop points. We'll go to you first, Jess. Oh yeah, Taza, before you go to that, did you message them, man?
No, they're on. Like I could see them in the party.
All right, cool. Nah, I don't want to end this and then they jump off. But yeah, go on, Jess.
No, I look at Arsenal's fixture. So they play Liverpool after Leeds when we come back, and then they have a fixture where they have to play Man City, obviously, Chelsea at home, and they play Newcastle away. If they lose to Man City, but win both the next two after that and don't drop points, I think Arsenal gonna win the league personally. I don't think they're gonna drop points after City. Then if they win against Chelsea and Newcastle, but if they do drop points against one of Newcastle and or Chelsea.
Before you continue, hold that thought. Hey, Marcel, big up for the super sticker. Appreciate it.
Big up,
I thought you was gonna spend the $9.99 to get rid of Taza, but I hear you. Big up for this. Big up for the. No, yeah, it's $9.99 to kick any panelist off.
I mean, I would too.
I'm $49.99. So I'm just letting you lot know, and it's $9.99 to bring someone back.
Yeah, spend the bread, man. Kick me off, Marcel.
Carry on, Jess.
Nah. All I was saying is that I think City win the league if Arsenal drop points against Chelsea or Newcastle.
Okay.
But if they don't, I think Arsenal win the league then. Because I do think actually City gonna win that game at the Etihad.
I agree. I think City the latter part. So I see it as a 2-point lead because I think City will beat them at the Etihad. However, I don't know in between that. I'm looking at City's fixtures here. This is the Premier League. Liverpool at home, Southampton away, Leicester at home, Brighton away, Arsenal at home, Fulham away, Leeds at home, Everton away, Chelsea at home, Brentford away. So that's not easy. That is not an easy fixture.
And they also have the Champions League on if they go through against.
Because
Arsenal's literally out of everything.
Do you think they'll get past Bayern? It's a great question to ask you.
I think they can. I think they can.
If you were a betting man who was putting a pound on it, who would you put the pound on?
I would be crazy, but I still bet on City.
Even with the second leg being over there?
Yeah. Because even if you go by Barcelona's record, I think they have a terrible record over the recent years when they have to play the second leg at their own home.
You Bayern Munich, yeah.
Yeah, really? I think they have a bad record when it comes to deciding ties to beat at their stadiums.
Okay, first.
And also, I'm still not sure about Nagelsmann, you know? Like, I know they went through PSG, but I told you PSG's a fraud, and they need to blow that shit out.
And Arsenal, the Leeds at home, Liverpool away, West Ham away, Southampton at home, City away, Chelsea at home, Newcastle away, Brighton at home, Forest away, Wolves at home. Would you say? I'd say Arsenal have on paper a slightly more favorable running of fixtures. Slightly more. I don't think there's much in it though.
It's gonna be close, man.
Because you look at Arsenal, home to Leeds, will be tough for you setting to do that. Away to Liverpool won't be easy. Away to West Ham won't be easy. Home to Southampton, this is Arsenal, won't be easy, but you'd expect them to do. City away is obviously tough. Chelsea at home, they are favourites for. Newcastle away will be tough. Brighton at home won't be easy. Then they got Forest away, who could be relegated or fighting for their lives. And at home to Wolves. But then you got City, who Liverpool at home, that will not be easy. Southampton away, again, same, won't be easy, but you'd expect them to get the win. Leicester at home, you'd expect them to win. Brighton away won't be tough, but, you know, you got to win them type of games. Arsenal at home. Fulham away won't be easy. Leeds at home, you'd say they'd win. Everton could be fighting for their lives, but they're the type of places you got to go and win. Chelsea at home. Brentford away. So it's
hard fixtures, but the way
it's a mix. It's a mix. You know what I'm saying? Go on.
That's what I'm trying to say, because the way Arsenal just be bumping teams, I'm like,
hey, big up Marcel as well. Yeah, go on.
And the way Arsenal just be bumping teams like around like this, nothing. Even when they go away, when I say, oh, this is where they're dropping points. Remember the Fulham game? I think they played away, and I said, oh, they could maybe drop points here. I still expect them to win, but I thought they could maybe drop points. 3-0, wiped them away in the first half, like, and I heard that Saliba's off for a couple of weeks. I don't know for how long. So he might be missing some Premier League games. So I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That period after the City game, I think this is when Arsenal could potentially drop points, because I do think they're going to lose to City. If they win against City,
Oh, if they win against City, the league does. If they win against
City,
yeah.
Hey man, just get off social media.
I'll be here because the Arsenal fans will crash. I'm just be here like, all right, you lot rack up the views.
See, the thing is, I mean, I heard you, but my team.
Duck fam.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I mean, you guys want to be good regardless. I might don't even have a manager. Oh, I still have contract charge. Which is worse.
That's even worse.
It's worse. I'd rather have no manager than contract.
I said that's worse. You got a wild boys. You got a fucking wild boys. I'm telling you,
we lying though, huh? We lying?
Nah, you spawn still.
Now this content chain is gonna be this chain might be my biggest chain once he leaves from.
Yeah, this is definitely your biggest chain, 100%. 110%, without doubt. Let's see. Raymond says, I appreciate this. I was listening to Hassan on Twitter Spaces earlier. B1, he's gonna mention Anthony's kick on Robertson. Probably was a red card, but what we're saying is referees who are incompetent make incompetent decisions. And we're gonna scream, yeah, we're shocked. Shock horror. But you know what? Next you're gonna tell me is when it starts raining, the ground gets wet. That's what you're gonna tell me next. The sun is hot. I'm saying.
So tell Hassan this. He only says this when bad things happen, right? Like in for Hassan, right? When United don't get the penalties like we did in the Southampton game, then he has nothing to say. Then it's all fine. So if you're gonna be like that, be consistent.
Yeah, be consistent.
So you just hating. You're not trying to be objective. If you're hating for hating's sake, that's fair. But what Hassan does, he comes off as he's like, oh no, I'm being serious. I'm being objective. No, you're not. You're just mad that we won, and your team is in the mud. That's why he's always raging on Twitter. And they're not even getting Qatar anymore. You did remind him all of this, man.
Oh yeah, I need to find that stream and call up that clip.
They're getting what's it called? This investment. They're getting this investment and this minority investment that they're saying with Jude Bellingham and shit.
Hey, did you see the report? Like Paul
and Tybo, big up to you as well, man. Sorry to cut you off. You says by G Flawless. Big up, my guy. I see you, man. Big up. Yeah, go on, fam. Last few questions before we close out, people. Next 5-10 minutes. Yeah, go on.
The guy who broke the Gakpo news. Remember, I think we were on a stream, and it happened. Bro, he said that Liverpool might be looking for Mason Mount as an option because he's cheaper than Bellingham.
Is that what he said?
He said that. And Hassan, the only reason I saw it because I follow Hassan, and I saw him respond to that. And I was like, whoa. And he's like the really reliable, like he's like he knows everything about Liverpool. So that was.
Why do Liverpool fans act like Mount wouldn't be an upgrade?
Because you know what, he'd be an upgrade, but he's not good enough.
Yeah, but let's be honest, like they're not getting the money.
Like, most competent midfielders, not even most. Any competent midfielder in the Premier League is an upgrade on what they have. Any.
I heard that, but in the same time, do Liverpool fans really expect they're getting that big money to go and improve the team? But this is what I'm trying to say, like,
bro.
I'll be real like. This is when I was listening to Tottenham fans say, "Oh yeah, but Stoney, Lautaro Martinez, about we not spending the big piece on them players." Like, so
wait, the gas and Lautaro?
Huh? Hey man, the contextuals, but that's not me. But you know what I'm trying to say. From like,
I hear you.
I'm saying, like, let's be honest, bro. Like, if they do get Jude, that's the only player they're signing. They're not gonna go and get Fadio. Yes. Like, I see Liverpool fans say they're getting Fadio. Where's the money coming from?
Hey, Madrid want him apparently.
Of course, Madrid wants him. And I told Ahmed. Remember, I was here sitting to Ahmed and telling him, and he was telling me, "Oh, but why do they need him? I got Alaba." Exactly. He's like 30 years old or some shit, and he's not even a centre back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like Liverpool.
Bro, I mean, like, what are you expecting though? What are you expecting from the Somali and fucking Biggie Small? Like,
stop calling him that. That's disrespectful to Biggie Smalls, man. He's one of the greatest rappers of all time. Don't do that. Fuck you, Ahmed. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Hey, Ahmed, if you're watching this back, hold that, man.
Hold that, man.
Yeah, I was want to say that.
Big up Ahmed every time.
Now, that's what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, Liverpool fans, like, I'll be honest, like,
call him anything. Call him the Somalian Ryan. There you go.
No.
Ryan, but
he looks like.
I don't understand why people call him AFCON Ryan because I mean Somalia need to make the AFCON first, but this is what I'm trying to say. I don't get that. But anyways, just say like that's why somebody asked me. Just what? I don't get it.
Because we call him Afghan Ryan because he's African. That's the only reason why. It's
nothing to do with you need to be Afghan to be even called Afghan, right? Like I'm saying.
Go on, carry on. Yo.
But anyways, now see somebody squint to me and be like, Jess, would you take Mason Mount and Tottenham?
Nope.
I'm gonna deep in. If you tell me Herbert leaves my football club tomorrow, I'll take Mount.
G.
What's this?
What's up?
Is that Tazo? Let me mute.
Yeah, he muted himself. Now I said,
now
somebody asked me if you have to translate Mason Mount, would you take him? And I told him, listen, yeah, if Herbert leaves my football club tomorrow, I'll take Mason Mount any day. Give him a little bit of confidence, and I think he can offer something. Is he still not great? No, but look at the players that can do anything in the final third. And I do think Mount does lack confidence in his play. Not saying even he has confidence, not saying that he's going to be an amazing world-class talent. But let's be honest, at this point, I need just a good player that can help me in the final third. And to be honest, Mo is a good player. Not an amazing talent, not an amazing player, but good. That's it. Like, this is what I'm aiming for at the moment. Because I don't even think we can attract players. Actually, I do think we can attract players, but the issue is, will we give the fucking money? You know what I'm saying? So, you told me Mount comes to my club in Heidelberg, that fucking Viking leaves my club. I'll take it. I'll be honest. But that's what I'm saying. Liverpool have to accept that. Let's be honest, man. It's not the days where they spent 30 million or 45 million on Mane. Because let's be honest, the money that they spent back then on Mane will be 150 now. In this market. So, they just have to hold that, to be honest. I'll be honest.
Well, fair.
You're back.
Yeah. I'm back on, yo. I'm back on. I don't know what's going
on. What's it called? And TJ1 in the chat said that StreamYard been bugging as well all day.
Yeah, StreamYard has been messing up, and then my Wi-Fi box decided to reset. It's all well and good. But yo, large up everyone that's locked in. Let me put the comments. Big up all of you lot as well, innit? You know what I'm saying? We're going to end the stream, but yeah, StreamYard been messing up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. But yeah, love to everyone who's locked in anyway. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share it across all the socials, subscribe, all that good stuff as well. See, people, we keep bringing you content even when StreamYard and Wi-Fi don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? I need to sort out I don't know why my box decided to reset, but here we fucking are. But yes, love to everyone who has locked in. Still over 50 of you lot. Hit that subscribe button as well. We're back tomorrow. Man United podcast, 4:30 p.m. So I'll be talking all things Manchester United. And then 11:30 p.m. doing the most, which is the Premier League show. But yeah, man, large up, big up everyone that's locked in. This has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up.